a few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. Cause I can't put no coins in your cup. Cause I'm still trying to work my way up. And never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you, this can't be about you. You gotta let me go, gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go, gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth, and you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What I make we can eat. This just can't be about you, this can't be about you. You gotta let me go, gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh.
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode Underground Railroad Productions. We live at Black Magic Studios, UGR Studios. I'm with the Queen Mother, Sister Kufunya.
Ooh,
welcome.
That's a big one.
You've been on the platform one time before. Welcome back, sis.
Well, Brother Rich, it's an honor to be here with you today on this beautiful whirlwind day, which reminds me of what Marcus Garvey said, catch me in the whirlwind. So, yeah, man, I love that. I love being here.
Okay, we got a powerful conversation for the people today.
Yeah, I know.
I know they're gonna have some questions about that backdrop. That's dope right there. We gonna get into that.
Well, give thanks.
We're gonna get into that.
Divinely guided.
You know, living in America and being indoctrinated at Christianity our whole lives, and being shown a white Jesus our whole lives, we're constantly trying to figure out, you know, what is our indigenous form of spirituality? What did we worship before we was given a form of spirituality? Not to say that there's anything wrong with the Bible, because there's principles within each system that we could utilize to be the best version of ourselves. But a lot of us are on a path to discover a different form of spirituality than what we feel as though was the colonizers gave us.
Yes.
So in that journey, there's a lot of indigenous African religions, one being Yoruba. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Yoruba. There was a performance yesterday by Beyonce at the Grammys in which she dressed up as Oshun. Now, Oshun, for those that are not aware, is a goddess that governs. I'm gonna put the picture up while I talk about this. Oshun is a Yoruba goddess that governs love and sweet waters. She is adorned with gold jewelry, bracelets, beads, elaborate fans, etc. She is known to teach through the art of songs, meditation, and chants. She later gives birth to, is it Abiji?
I think so.
All right, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. The Divine Twins. So, and Beyonce is pregnant with twins.
Ironic,
so
isn't it?
Ironically, hell of a coincidence. The Yoruba customs and practices can be found in the islands, Brazil, Haiti, and in many southern states in America. In this Instagram post, they say Beyonce is tapping into African heritage and customs, like her or not. It's her ancestors. So, you know, there's always this thing when people dress like this or tap into their ancient systems. You know, you get the word Illuminati thrown out there. We're past that stage where we know that Illuminati took our stuff and made it their stuff. So we're not going to even get into that.
Right.
But what I want to get into is her tapping into this ancient African form of spirituality. What does it mean? The fact that she's pregnant. I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. But what do you think about Beyonce? And, you know, she gets, a lot of people don't like her because of her sexuality that she, you know, how she dresses, the things she say and things like that. Like, if he fuck me good, I'll take him to Red Lobster. So people like, man, she, you know, I can't be conscious and listen to Beyonce say. So a lot of people don't mess with her because of that. And they feel feel as though she promotes homosexuality. But what we're going to talk about today is her tapping into this ancient African spirituality. Sister Kufunya, talk to me about Oshun, Yoruba, and exactly what you feel Beyonce is doing.
Well, if I may, before that, I like to say these few words that addresses what you said in the form of poetry.
Please do.
It's called I Am African Woman. I am African woman. As I move through the earth, I realize that I am a special birth. I am African woman, proud and will be free, me. Like flowers bloom and animals breed, I gave life to all human beings. The goddess and queen of creation, I am African woman. Been kicked, but not licked. Been raped and laughed at and mocked, but won't be stopped. For we have been through Babylon's hell, and we shall sound the bell that will break the spell till all minds are free and free of mental slavery. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is her shield. I am African woman who with her king shall sing songs of freedom and honor with respect to all creation with love and harmony. I am African woman, and as I move through the earth, I realize I am a special birth. I am African woman. Yes. With regards to Beyonce, you did it, girl. That performance that she did at the Grammys, to me was like, OMG, this is like, what? Do we really see what's happening, you know, besides the persona that is being projected here? And I said to myself, yeah, the ancestors are definitely coming through her. And even with the dress and everything that she's wearing, even though her costume designer or whatnot may have, you know, designed this, but he or she was also being channeled, you know, with regards to Beyonce, because if Beyonce doesn't like what is being projected to her or the idea that was channeled through her for her to appear for millions of people to see, that is very, very powerful. And the colors, like the gifts and everything that Oshun brings to us is definitely on the planet right now happening. I mean, look at what I'm wearing today. I was led to wear these specific colors today because clothes also reflect a magical vibration as well. With regards to Beyonce's dressing and her sensuality, you know, people sometimes really need to get over themselves with that, because we are divinity, we are sacred geometry, and she's basically just utilizing, and I'm not defending or, you know, I'm just observing what I feel that is flowing through me, that she's using, you know, if she has this platform, she's going to use it to say, okay, I am going to bring forth my sensuality. I'm going to bring it forth because it brings creation through. And this is what both men and women like to see. They love to see, because an image, as you know, speaks 1,000 words, you know. And although I may not particularly want to dress in that way, but I think it has been beautifully done, especially in her latest effort, you know, the whole lemonade thing, and just showing the beauty of our people, because most of the times in these Western hemispheres, we see, we base our beauty and sensuality on something outside of us ourselves that doesn't even look like us. dress like us and shape like us, but yet those other people who go to tanning salons and get thick lips and behinds and big breasts, they're emulating the original phenotype, which is the divine feminine. And we are beautiful, voluptuous, and if you have the tenacity or the audacity to come like that, well, come with it. Come with it.
Indeed. Well, what do you think? It's always this. It seems to have been this idea in Western culture that when a woman's pregnant, once she gets pregnant, all that sensuality is supposed to go out the window. You're supposed to sit your ass down with your babies, relax, not work, not do anything, and give birth. And after you give birth, don't put a skirt back on, because everybody's going to tell you, you a mother. What the hell are you doing? You can't have that skirt on. You can't have cleavage showing. You a mother, for goodness sake. So what do you think about women now who say, you know what, my life isn't over once I have a child. I can still dress sexy. I could still do things. Or Beyonce saying I can still perform. What do you think about how women feel now versus how we've thought as a collective society over the last few decades?
Well, what comes to mind when you say that is going back to East Africa and seeing the women there who adorn themselves with red clay, and they have all of these beautiful beads out, and they're pregnant, and they have their breasts showing, and they are beautiful. They are still, doing their works and everything, and no one is looking at it from a sexual point of, they're not looking at her. They're looking at her, in my mind, as a divine entity that is bearing fruit, like the Mama Earth, like taking care of the earth. She's still adorning herself, and I think the Western philosophy has an issue with sex. I mean, a woman can't even show her nipple without there's some outrage. And not only that, in this society, they get so uptight about a woman breastfeeding in
No, you're right.
in public, and they have a warped mind. That's all I can tell you now.
Well, let me ask you: is it? Should we adapt to Western culture, or should we have Western culture adapt to us? And let me explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
If we adapt to Western culture, a man would say, all that African stuff, that's great, but you living in Western culture now, and something can happen to you if you go outside dressed like that, or people will perceive you to be a certain way if you dress like that, so don't do that if you don't want to be perceived that way. The opposite end of that spectrum, a person would say, you know what? They will never learn how to treat me if I continue to adapt to Western culture. So I have to show them, nigga, don't go crazy because you see a nipple. This is normal. So I'm gonna continue. So, and when I say I'm talking about women, not me.
I understand.
So a woman's gonna say, I'm gonna wear a mini skirt. I may show a nipple. Y'all gonna have to learn to get your shit together, niggas. Y'all can't look at me like, y'all gonna have to get used to this and learn and not go crazy every time you see a nipple. So there's two type of thoughts going on there. Which one do you think is more important for the progress of the of humanity? Let's say humanity.
I think the foundation. I think the roots are, like in my poem, we've been kicked and licked and everything in this system. We have adapted to Western culture. Where has it gotten us? It hasn't gotten us anywhere. Okay. It hasn't gotten us anywhere. And the few that have, so to speak, risen up, as soon as they get in a twirl with maybe the judicial system or what have you, they're still a quote unquote, according to their warped mind, the N-word. You understand? So for me, I feel that right now it's time for us to go back to our roots and look at the woman as a beautiful flower. You know what I mean? I mean, in certain temperatures, you can't look, we're beautiful. We're magnetic. The woman is magnetic and she's beautiful, okay? And if she can get off going topless, I mean, I've seen topless women in Union Square Park walking around in New York City.
Times Square also.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen it beautifully done. So it may not be my cup of tea, but I am not here to judge them. I just feel that we should go back to our roots. And the words that come to me is like, get in where you fit in, in terms of, going forward within our roots, because that's where our life is. That's where the cradle of civilization is. We have been off track, by being assimilato within a Western society that doesn't give two shits, may I say that word, about our lives, only what we can give in terms of our energy, like working. We'll work. They'll work us to the bone, and then get the next person and work us to the bone. And what do you get for that? I say, forward to our roots. Forward to our roots. And yeah, we in America, yeah, and so what? Even before the Pilgrims arrived or whoever arrived, we were adorned, we were walking around in our, royalty garments with very little clothing on. But what the Western society has done was perversion of sexuality, and there's a lot of perverts out there because they need to get their head right, and yes, we have gone through, like I said, we've been through Babylon's hell. Now it's time to sound the bell to free ourselves of mental slavery. I mean, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, indeed.
Should I go deeper?
No, definitely. Well, let me ask you this. What would you say to those who is watching this program? Mm-hmm. They seen Beyonce's performance. They are, they're Christians. They go to church. They're into the Bible. So this is kind of foreign to them, hearing about Oshun or Yoruba. And the only time they heard about voodoo is the first thought that they have is something evil. Negative, right. Yeah. So what would you say to those who say, us being into Yoruba, us being into Palo, us being into these spiritual systems that spread across Africa is the reason why we fell as a people in the first place, is the reason why we have been in what many people will consider cursed for the last hundreds of years, because these systems, there was something wrong with them. There was something evil about them. What would you say to those people?
I would say that the reason why we probably have failed, so to speak, and success is the other side of failure anyway, is we have disconnected ourselves from nature, or we have misused the power within those systems.
Okay. The misuse of
the misuse of it.
Just like people misuse Christianity today. Same
exactly.
way.
Just like they said, we're going to enslave you
in the name of Jesus. And all that.
Yeah, in the name of, Yahshua, because in the Bible, which was written by men, put it there for their own agenda. So I would say that we should look into these systems, and we should definitely look at creation. Look, I'm made in the image and likeness of the Most High. The God is that resides within us. And those indigenous systems, they know that. Look at the indigenous systems all around the world, including South America, parts of North America, in Africa. They are still, Peru, they are still using those ancient systems. They have not diverted from mama. Once you divert from mother, you're going to have, some issues, in my opinion. And Christianity, the version of Christianity, and no disrespect to my Christian brothers and sisters, it's way off course. Anytime you're going to have a God that is going to punish you for doing A, B, C, and D, and putting a human aspect to this creation who created worlds, doesn't need to be personified in human terms. And this is where we have these issues. It's an issue of control. You know, some people need guidance. We all need guidance, but not control. Religion is a form of control.
Okay. Indeed.
And especially towards the woman, because most of the time the woman is punished because she does A, B, C, and D, but yet the man, and this is not a man-woman argument, I'm just pointing out from my observation
these are
how
facts.
it goes. Yeah, how it goes. And the matriarchal system has been punished and brutalized and still is. But yet, she's being used like a prostitute to sell cars, to sell homes, to sell this and that. Mothers and women and girls, you have the power. You have the power within you. Know your power. Don't give your power away like that. You know what I'm saying? And within that Bible system again, you know, on one of my programs that I did on my radio show, one of my guests said, suppose suppose it was Eve and not Adam who was lonely and needed a mate, and then she decided that she wanted to have a man with her. I mean, that's just a thought, you know, instead of how can a rib be taken, you know, it's like fairy tales. Come on, people. I don't know if that answered your question. If it didn't, you know, we can go deeper.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
When you see a woman like Beyonce, I mean, the biggest superstar, music star that we have right now.
Yep.
Probably the biggest entertainer since Michael Jackson.
Yep.
People all over the world know her. Do you think that women like such as Beyonce that are vocal about their love for womanhood, she constantly talks about womanhood. You know, ever since she was young with Destiny's Child, she would be empowering for women.
Yes.
With women like Beyonce who speaks like that, do you think that black men are intimidated by that type of woman, and we just have this problem of throwing that in the box of feminism when we hear a woman speak strength to womanhood? So, you know, sometimes black men just, that's feminism, we don't want to hear. Do you think that's a problem within the black male community?
What I feel about men, a man being intimidated, they don't know who they are if they feel intimidated, because that woman is there to also empower her mate, her man. So if he feels intimidated, he needs to take another look at his mother, perhaps, or maybe he wasn't raised by a mother, or, you know, a so-called aware mother, to look as if, you know, he's intimidated by her. But at the same time, I do understand like certain social engineering that went on in the Western Hemisphere to keep the black man down, and it's like easier for a woman to get into certain things than a man, and all of this stuff. And you know what? We're rising above that stuff right now. I wanted to say another word, but we are rising above that. And that is a strength to the man. The black woman, the African woman, the Ethiopian woman, the indigenous woman is a strength to her man in all her glory. And if she is other than that, she's in her ego state of mind, which is the lower frequency, because we are here to uplift each other. And if a man is feeling a certain way, he needs to look at the man in the mirror and understand, why is that going on? A woman is here to encourage her man, just as well as the man is there to encourage the woman also. That's my feelings on that.
Indeed. Talk to me about, we always hear about women being magnetic, having this magnetic...
That Shakti.
That Shakti, yeah. What is, for those that don't know, I think, could you show me the book real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, show me the book you got. I want you to...
yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm a...
Zoom it in.
Talk to me about the Shakti energy. For those who may not be aware, what exactly is the Shakti energy that women possess?
What the woman possesses is that, well, as you know, we're all electrical beings. We are electrical, we are magnetic, we have the 7 chakras flowing through our bodies. And once we are connected to that energy of the earth, of the universe, that electrical spark, which happens between men and women, we can't do it alone, but we are the magnetic principle. I just want to read a little something from the book, if I may.
Go ahead.
It says, the power of Shakti provides an insight into the rich and vibrant energy of the divine feminine. It offers a profound pathway to the understanding of the power and the potency of the essential feminine current, the energy, as it flows through the sacred temple of the physical body, linking to the galactic center in these shifting times of planetary transformation. This is what this particular person says. So it actually, I would say, like when people talk about the Big Bang, I think the Big Bang is that Shakti energy, that spirit that allows us to be animated within creation. And so Shakti is like, yeah, that spark, that impulse to make things manifest. Because, most of the workforce, as you know, are women. Do you realize that, Brother Rich? All over the world.
The world, not just here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're in the fields cultivating. They are nurturing children. They're nurturing their man. It's that universal spark that brings life into creation. And it's almost unto like when you're preparing a meal in the laboratory of your kitchen, and when you're in a good positive mood, you feel that energy and that frequency of that food inside of you. It's like me being here right now. I'm animated, I'm excited, I am manifesting what the possibilities can be in creation. To me, that is what Shakti is. It's the trinity of things. It's the movement. That is Shakti to me. I mean, it goes more deeper in the book. There's 18 pathways to ignite the divine feminine, but also within the divine feminine, there is the divine masculine, and also in the man also there is the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine, because you have very good fathers out there that are nurturing their children. Also, that means that they are tapping into.
And I don't mean to cut you off. That was going to be my next question, because when we talk about, and Bobby talked about the divine feminine, for I would say 10 years ago, I heard him speak on it, and often I guess brothers feel left out, like that don't apply to me, the divine feminine. So
It does.
Oh yeah, talk about that, because like I said, some people feel as though that's just for women, or the divine masculine might be just for men. But talk about men tapping into the divine feminine, because some brothers be like, is that gonna make me gay or something if I tap into it?
No.
So talk to me about that, Kufunya.
Well, first and foremost, I want to let you brothers know that we can't do it without you. Okay? There would be no me, no Brother Rich, no Red or Blue Pill, no King Simon, no Joel, nobody without that spark of the man. When the man is inside of the woman and he ejaculates to make creation, to make that baby, what is that energy, man? That is also Shakti energy going into the womb and sparking that egg. Because without that spark, there's no soul, there's no heart, there's nothing. So we do need you, brothers, always. So never ever feel that is some Western way of thinking, in mindset. Because in the motherland and in indigenous places, man and woman, they know their place. I can't be a man. I don't want to be a man, you know. And I want to go to the game of chess. That chess piece, that queen, is always protected by the man. Always protected. So right now, the divine masculine is putting on his armor and reclaiming his kingship along with his queen. And yes, we have a lot of baggage and everything that we have to deal with. And that's just shaking off, you know, the mindset that we have been fed through Christianity, through Catholicism, through all of the isms. Now it's time for you to return to your divine roots and reconnect. You know, I was studying, I was saying, what is this so-called thing about being disconnected, feeling that you can just do anything. You can throw whatever you want to throw into the ocean. You can do whatever you want to do. And that shows me that you're disconnected from yourself, which is an illusion. It's oneness. It is a oneness. And yes, there are beings that walk among us who don't have no soul, who don't have no heart. Look at what's going on, let's say, in the island of Jamaica and in Trinidad right now. There's a lot of killing of women going on. I don't know if you heard about it. In Jamaica, they had this whole big thing that Queen Ifrica was calling out to the heads of state and to the various companies because it was on Bob Marley's Earth Day that she was talking about this, and how they found this particular individual or individuals all crumbled up and killed. And I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, but I think, you know, that those are demons. Sorry to say, you know, that anybody who is heartless, that can, you know, like you're killing your own mother or your own sister. They are very disconnected. There's something in the imported food that is going on that is causing these quote-unquote zombies or whatever. I don't know what they are, but, you know, I just feel that it's definitely an agenda to keep us disconnected from each other. And if we are to survive in this next leg, as the planet is on a higher frequency, moving, people are becoming more aware and awakening themselves up. The light workers are here to guide them. We can't do the work for you, but, you know, we need you, brothers. We need you. We're like the queen on the chessboard that is always protected. Don't get caught up in these warped type of ideas from Western society. And if you are my African brothers and sisters, it's not working, obviously. Is it working, Brother Rich?
Mm-mm.
It's not working.
Not at all.
Yes.
So what happens is, a lot of people that see Beyonce's performance last night, let's just say women, they will watch it and they will be very inspired by it.
Mm-hmm, as I was.
As you was. And they'll go from white Jesus to a black goddess or God.
A representation of herself.
Representative of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But they will still look at that God and goddess as being outside of them. Instead of...
That's the disconnect.
Right. So talk to me about those that go from Christianity or white Jesus and they come into these ancient systems, but they still think they have to pray to some separate deity. Oshun, please help me. And they're begging. That begging shit. Oh, so-and-so, please help me. So-and-so, please help me. Talk to me about that.
You don't have to beg,
because they're bringing
Rich.
that mindset into the, so talk to me about that.
Leave it at the door. Oshun and Mahalakshmi and Saraswati, all those gods and goddesses are in us already.
These are energies, you're saying?
Energies.
Okay.
They are being manifested in forms so you can see, but they are innately inside of us, all of us. So if you're tapping into those systems in my, from my observation, will help you get to your core of who you are. Because first, it's spiritual first and foremost. It always is. This very camera, this very microphone was once in someone's mind first. Then it made manifest. So I say that to say this, that sisters and brothers, do your meditation, study, don't listen to me, study, do your own research, and look into the sun frequency, look into the star frequency, look into your ancient self. Because you are here for a reason. You're not here to be pushed around and, oh God, you're not here for that. You're here to make the manifestation of God that's within you has to utilize that material to animate itself.
Okay, speak
God
on
in
it.
Animation.
Right.
We're animating. So, so when you're in your ego state, you're going to be, you're going to be puffed up and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're going to be operating from your ego self, the non-local mind. But when you are in your heart chakra, your heart center, where it has its own brain, you can go look it up for yourself. The heart chakra, when you're operating from there, the heart is the car. The heart is the driver. The driver. And the ego or the mind is the vehicle that takes the heart where it wants to go. Now, I'm not talking about this Hollywood stuff. I'm not talking about woo-woo stuff. I'm talking about all of these people that you see out here that you admire, the Beyoncés, the Michael Jordans, all who you see have gone through various aspects of failure, of testing, of doing all the things that you admire them for is also in you. You just have to put the energy behind it. And if you fail, you get up like a child who's beginning to walk. They fall down. They get up again, don't they? They fall down and they get up again. So even in the Bible of itself, it has some wonderful gems in there, in the Torah and all of the sacred texts. Come out of her. Come out of Babylon. Come out of the illusion. I mean, I've been inspired to rewatch The Matrix again, because this is why I'm inspired to watch The Matrix again, because when Neo goes into, see all the junk and carrying on in the Matrix, but yet you see this illusion of everything that's pretty and nice and blah, 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 but behind there is something that's lurking very ugly within this system. As we know, there's a lot of chaotic, quote unquote, energy, misuse of energy, I should say. So I forgot where we were going. we were talking about so many things. Brother Rich, oh yeah, people dealing with Christianity, because look at me. Here's a perfect example. I'll give you my experience. As a young person growing up, I grew up in an African Methodist church, but I also was indoctrinated into Catholicism. I went to Holy Communion. I did my confirmation. At one time, I wanted to be a nun, believe it or not. Indoctrinated, right? Indoctrination. And then all of a sudden, like I'm talking to you, Rich, right now, and I'm talking to your audience, a voice said, just as clear as day, that you do not have to go through anybody else. You can go direct. And from that point, I began to my own evolving. I used to eat meat, but there's something within inside of you already that knows you, your soul, your spirit knows that if you truly desire to be a Beyonce, if you truly desire to come away from unnatural things, and if you truly desire to walk the path, that will happen for you. Don't rush it. It will happen. It will happen for you. And so my experience is like that. And I'm still evolving. I'm still growing. And you can do the same thing too. Only if you want to. Only if you want to do those things. It's up to you. If you want to be the greatest doctor or what, listen, you can be what you want to be. You can be what you want to be. You don't have to listen. You know what? Let me just divert a little bit, Brother Rich, if I may. Because of the haggling going back and forth, the white people feel this about black people and black people feel this way about white people and whatnot. My observation is this. The reason why certain people feel the way they feel is because they did not know who they are as a people. Now, you may say, well, you don't expect the European system to teach you about yourself, because if that happens, then you're going to come from under the spell and you're going to realize that you can big up yourself and you realize what your bloodline is. One of the reasons why that was kept out of schools is that was the agenda, to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind to who you are, to who you really are as a human being. There was another point that I wanted to make, and it'll come back to me again, with regards to this whole idea of, it's done on purpose. Because if we understood the greatness of what we come from, yes, we have flaws. Yes, we do. And not everybody is a king or a queen, but we have attributes of that. It's just like in Doctor Strange. That film is phenomenal. I'm not getting paid to promote it, but watch it and see what you can learn about who you are. a physical, a spiritual being having a human experience. You can tap into those things by fasting, by connecting to Mother Nature again. The disconnection is an illusion. You cannot just go around and do what you want. There are universal laws that have been put in place by even the great Ma'at. If we can get to those laws and follow them, the template has already been laid. It's just that we're asleep and we need to wake up. We need to wake up and live. You know? It's the black man's redemption. You know? We know that the old pirates stole us, you know, and put us in those ships and brought us across the water. But those times are up right now, and not everybody was on those ships either, you know? So I think really and truly, in my heart of hearts, that it's time to dust yourself off and know that you are the great I am. The great I am resides within each and every one of you. Tap into it. Don't give your power away. You know, don't do that. Well, if you do it, you'll get the results that you want, you know. It's up to you. It's your choice.
Definitely powerful, Sister Kufunya. I know I got Blue Pill about to come in here, but I definitely wanted to get you in here today.
Yeah.
To speak on this Beyonce performance. So
yeah, I if I may, I just like to go over. I'll close out. I'll say a few laws of my art if you don't know them. And she's a divine feminine woman of the highest degree. So the laws of my art are: I have not done iniquity, I have not robbed with violence, I have not stolen, I have not made any to suffer pain, I have not defrauded offerings, I have done no murder, nor bid anyone to slay on my behalf, I have not trimmed the measure, I have not spoken lies, I have not robbed the geometry of divinity, I have not caused the shedding of tears, I have not dealt deceitfully, I have not laid to waste the land. I have not polluted myself, I have not caused terror. I have not done which is abominable. I have not multiplied words exceedingly. I have never uttered fiery words. I have not judged. Sometimes, you know, we need these fiery words to even move things, because even in Mother Earth, when she is in her tornado, in her tsunami, in her flooding, she is shaking off certain frequencies as well and making new pathways for new things. So I have a poem that I like to share called Mother Earth Speaks. Mother Earth speaks to our children in many ways. We just have to keep still and keep on listening to work things out. Mother Earth speaks our joys and our discomforts in life. Mother speaks joy in the sun, the moon, and the stars, even in lightning and thunder. Mother Earth feels our pain, our disappointments, our disagreements. When the rain clouds show up suddenly and pouring rain arrives, earthquakes appear and volcanoes erupt when nations fight against each other and wars pound the earth. Mother Earth is a feeling and a living being. Without borders, the earth did not make, and still provides enough for everyone's needs. Even the birds and the trees and animals that roam the earth, Mother Earth speaks all of our discomforts, express when the earthquakes rip open the land and an open wound is there so the world can see. Hurricanes strike, tornadoes spin like when our lives seem to spin out of control. Floods come, giant waves crash on the land, arguments erupt in the earth. Mother Earth speaks all our gratitude and thanks. After the storm, there is a calm, to remind all of us that we are all connected by one common thread. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the heart that beats, the blood that flows, the eyes that see, the you and me. Mother Earth speaks to all of us. Listen. Yes, and
Powerful.
thank you. And I have an up-and-coming event. Look, brothers and sisters, we are very sick in our community. Some more ill than others. I would say there's an imbalance within the body system, and it's because of the foods that we consume. And hopefully, I can come on another program and we can talk about the emotions of food and the mental and spiritual aspects of food. So this coming Friday, February 17th, I'm proud to announce a health and wellness workshop party, crystal spa, and crystal cave meditation tour. There's no work on Monday. If you're interested in being a part of this wonderful, inspired event, inspired means to be in spirit, you can call me at 347-972-0901. And it's at Nicholas, Brooklyn, 1396 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York. The doors are at 6 p.m. And we will be featuring different holistic practitioners that will show you how to tweak or transform your life. And once you transform your life with your foods, your mind will begin to transform as well. And Brother Rich, if this is my time for now, I'd like to thank you very much for inviting me in your beautiful space. Thank you for having Mama Lakshmi behind me, who brings blessings, and you see her in her rightful form, okay, which Beyonce spoke about. Because she's a parent now, she wants her daughter and her children to have the reflection of who she is through their eyes. That was very, very powerful. And another powerful thing that was channeled through her was, if there's going to be a healing, let it be glorious. That to me was very, very powerful. And I thank you.
You left your contact info, right?
Oh, yes.
You did, the 347.
Yeah, the 347, but I'm also on Instagram as Kufunya Star Rebel. I am also on Facebook as Kufunya Ife, that's Kufunya. I have a website, crystals, 4 for everydayliving.com, and mydoterra.com /Kufunya. That's Kufunya. Thank you so very much, and keep up the great works, Brother Rich. I love your shows. I tune into them, and do support the brother. Do support him. Thank you so much. I'm out.
Indeed, I want to thank Sister Kufunya for coming on the show. It's been a magnificent show. I learned something listening to you today, man. So you're going to have me buy that book. So I appreciate you dropping this information on this Shakti energy that I'm sure all of us, male and female, need to investigate and research.
Yes.
So I want to thank Sister Kufunya. Thank everybody for tuning in. This is Brother Rich. We signing out, family. Peace. Peace, family. This is Brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world.
I figured since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for 1 billion, I could ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I could make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you
A few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. 'Cause I can't put no coins in your cup. 'Cause I'm still trying to work my way up. And never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you. This can't be about you. You gotta let me go. Gotta let the spur flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul. And I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go. Gotta let the spur flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul. And I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth. And you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What I make, we can eat. This just can't be about you. This can't be about you. You got